So from the Squier Classic Vibe line, they've got a late 50s precision bass. At the time of recording this, it's listed as a web exclusive, so you won't be able to find it on Sweetwater, Guitar Center, or anything like that. You might be able to find it on Reverb as a resale, but it's the first I've seen it. I've actually been looking for a P bass for a little while. I've got a PJ bass. It's a Spectre Performer 4. That was my first bass that I ever got. And this one was just too good to pass up based on a doorbuster sale that Fender was holding on their website. I was actually able to get this for $281. It's pretty shocking, pretty much for the cost of an Affinity line, and you get all of the perks of the Classic Vibe. They've got two options actually, which is pretty cool. Again, at the time of recording this, it's a web exclusive, so I'm not sure if they'll ever be available in Sweetwater or anything like that, but they sell a white blonde, which is effectively the same, just in white. So got the gold anodized pickguard. And then the one that I've got here, which is the 2-color Sunburst, which is pretty cool. Pretty classic look. It's something that I haven't been able to find. You can kind of get close to this when you get up to like the Sire line of things. But to be honest, I don't really like the block inlays. I don't know what it is, but they do block inlays unless you get a rosewood fretboard. And I like the maple fretboard with the black dot inlays. It's just kind of a classic look that I really like, in addition to the Clover tuners. So we'll kind of run through some of the specs in case you're interested, though unfortunately it's sold out on their website at the moment because that doorbuster, and it's back up to $470. But I still think a good value considering any of the other Classic Vibes you're going to get are that $450 range. But it's a poplar body. Again, it's a P bass, so your classic split single coil pickup to reduce the hum or eliminate it entirely. It's gloss polyurethane. Just master volume tone, simple, about as basic as they come for any kind of electric instrument. It's a 4 saddle vintage style bridge. It doesn't have the gold saddles, which would have been super cool, but these still look pretty cool and vintage. And it's not a string through, so it is classic in that it's just through the bridge. It's a 4 bolt-on, as well as a knurled flat top, they say, for the tuner, or for the volume and tone controls. Neck's maple, like I mentioned, and it's a gloss finish. It's also a gloss neck, which a lot of people don't really like. I don't mind it, but if you get quad zero steel wool, you can sand that down pretty easily, and it's no big deal. You'll reduce that kind of stick that you'll get, with the gloss neck. It's a 34-inch scale, so it's traditional full size. Again, it's that late 50s. 9.5-inch fingerboard radius, 20 frets, and they're narrow tall. And one of the cool things about the Classic Vibe series is that you do get a bone nut. I don't know if that really makes that much of a difference, when it comes to like the Tusk fake plastic nuts versus a bone nut, but a lot of people have their opinions on that, so it's worth mentioning. And then the nut width is 1.685 inches, or 42.8 millimeters for those in Europe. And like I said, black dot inlays, which I really enjoy. And then the truss rod at the top, instead of at the base of the neck. But overall, it's been great so far. Setup out of the box was really nice, actually. I didn't have to adjust. I didn't even have to adjust the intonation. Intonation was great. Actually, the height off the frets was really nice too. Action wasn't too low, and also not ridiculously high, like you sometimes see when you go into a Guitar Center and play with an Affinity for fun. But yeah, let's, in the intro, we got some tones out of it, but let's get some tones here. I'll just fiddle around for a minute. You can decide for yourself if it's something you might be interested in. Short and sweet. I really enjoyed it so far. Hopefully you guys got something out of it, and might consider buying one for yourself. I think the Classic Vibe line in general is often overlooked for the price range, but when you have a deal like that, it's really hard to pass up. $450 may be pushing it a little bit, especially with the quality of the sires, I personally have not had a chance to play a Sire yet, but hopefully will in the future. Maybe I can get to Sweetwater at some point and check it out. But again, hopefully you guys enjoyed. And until next time, thank you.